All right, guys, I see Bitcoin is pumping today. Not exactly sure why. We'll figure it out. Up from $57,000 just 2 days ago, now back up to almost $60,000. So we're still in that range, but it is exciting because we're actually seeing a little bit of life in the markets. I've been kind of bored the last couple of weeks with these crypto markets, kind of focusing on the debates, politics, Trump, and all that shit. But now that we're getting a little bit of a pump, I'm kind of interested. So you got Bitcoin back up to 59,563, Ethereum to 2,400, Solana back up to 136, XRP. We're going to talk about XRP. XRP had a little bit of a pump. There was some good news on XRP. Let's go down the list here real quick. Not a crazy pump on other coins. Really, everything's just kind of following Bitcoin. So let's see what's going on today. I really haven't even been following the crypto markets really the last couple of days, to be honest with you. I found this article, shock and awe. China could be about to trigger a 1.4 trillion Bitcoin and crypto price earthquake. Bitcoin and crypto have rocketed higher this year, helped by fear the US dollar is on the verge of a total collapse. I don't think that's why. I'm already kind of skeptical on this article. Setting up the Bitcoin price for a critical tipping point. Former U.S. President Donald Trump teases a mysterious crypto project that could rival Bitcoin. Economists are calling for China to unleash 1.4 trillion worth of shock and awe stimulus that could kickstart the economy and trigger a glorious Bitcoin price boom. There is a phenomenon here where there's been a lack of confidence. This very high household savings rate, for example, people do not want to spend. Fed Newman chair economist HSBC told the Financial Times, calling a near 1 trillion stimulus package the baseline. Shock and awe is something the right approach, Newman said. There's risk that we've been so incremental over the past 18 months that every announcement doesn't rebuild the confidence that we need. So this is concerning China. So I guess they're just talking about how the Chinese economy, they might have to do some stimulating over there, and that could trigger Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't really. Who knows? Who knows what's going to trigger the bull run? We're already in a Bitcoin bull run. That's the thing. We're just kind of waiting for the elections. You know, that's really what it comes down to right now. And I know a lot of people are kind of downplaying it, like, oh, like, why is Bitcoin stalling out right now? Why did Bitcoin hit 73,000? Then we kind of crash back down and the altcoins aren't doing much. People are really just waiting for this election. Now, I've been saying that if Kamala Harris gets elected, we're not going to have a bull run. And when I say we're not going to have a bull run, I mean we're not going to have as good of a bull run. I was watching these guys on Crypto Banter. One of the guys was saying, it may have been this girl right here, who comes off kind of bitchy, to be honest with you. Looks like this would be like the girlfriend from hell. I just get that vibe from her. But she's saying if Kamala Harris gets elected, or one of these guys saying, Kamala Harris gets elected, we get a high of like an $80,000 Bitcoin, and we get some altcoin action. But if Trump gets elected, we get $150,000 Bitcoin. But I mean, I kind of agree with that. I don't think we're just going to like go to zero if Kamala Harris gets elected, although I think the country is going to go to zero. But it's definitely going to hurt the Bitcoin bull run choices. So let's see what they have to say a little bit about how important the presidential race is.
Trump is the man of hyperbole. Why not go for the galaxy, the universe? Let's like really be ambitious, since we're going to be an intergalactic species.
Her voice is horrible.
Soon, fingers crossed.
So I mean, like, how important is this? How important is it that Trump wins? I mean, have we written off? If Kamala wins, is that like 4 terrible years for crypto?
No. Look, I think people are placing way too much on this election. At the end of the day, like, the U.S. is a complex apparatus, right? And I think people overestimate the impact that the president has sort of on the broader functioning of the United States of America. Clearly, the Trump administration this time around, it'll be interesting to see who he appoints. I would go out on a limb and say the first Trump administration did not really pick particularly effective officials within the administration. And I don't feel that there was that much change in policy, really. The Biden administration picked effective administrators, people who understand the bureaucracy, how to get things done in DC. This will be Trump's last term, unless the Constitution changes, which at this point, honestly, I would believe anything. But let's see who he puts in his administration, because the stakes are very different, right? It's second term, he can't get reelected, so it gives them a bit more leeway. I think what's interesting, so on the Trump versus Kamala question and the impact on crypto, Standard Chartered, which by the way, used to have great crypto research, stopped covering crypto, just started covering crypto again. First report they put out is price outlook on Bitcoin based on election outcomes. The way they're looking at it, Standard Chartered, again, very respected. I think they do a good job with their analysis. If Trump wins, they see Bitcoin going to 125. If Kamala wins, they see Bitcoin going to 75.
Okay, that's where I want to get at. And this girl's kind of like, for one, this woman, I don't know, she seems nice. I just can't stand her voice. I mean, she looks like she'd be like the girlfriend from hell. That I don't like that Valley Girl voice. It annoys me. But she's pointing out this tweet right here where they're looking for a 125 if Trump wins. And was it 80,000 or something like that if Kamala wins? I agree with that. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. If Trump doesn't win this election, I mean, it's just gonna vastly change my sell levels. So say if Trump wins the election, I'm probably gonna be selling most of my Cardano $5-6, Bitcoin $100,000, all that. Or not $100,000, probably like I don't have a lot of Bitcoin, but if Trump doesn't win the election, I'd probably sell most of my Bitcoin if Bitcoin gets back up to $73,000. Point being, my sell levels are going to be a lot higher if Trump wins. If Kamala wins, instead of getting like 10, 15x on Cardano, Theta, Vulcan Forge, whatever the hell else I have, I can't even remember. I haven't even been thinking about crypto. I have to go through my wallet. SNEC. God, I can't. I'm having like a mental block on even Litecoin, whatever I've got. I don't remember. Hex, all the crap I've got. Instead of looking for like a 10, 15, 20x on those coins, I'd probably be happy with a 5x. And it's going to piss me off because it's going to pretty much ruin this whole freaking bull run, because I could have gotten a 5x. I did get a 5x. I got a 10x just playing MicroStrategy or just playing Coinbase stock. So if Kamala wins, I'm going to be fucking pissed. I'm not going to like loot, but I'm going to be fucking pissed. Anyway, my point being is we're not going to have a great bull run if Camilla wins. But who knows? If Camilla wins, the whole country we might be in like nuclear war anyway. So, it might not even matter. Another thing, this Binance executive, we've been talking about him on and off. He got arrested in Nigeria. And he's been there since February, and he has a bunch of health problems. And now they're trying to bring in U.S. diplomats to get him out. Binance executive in limbo. U.S. ramps up pressure on Nigeria to free Gambaran. Apparently this guy, I didn't know, he used to be an IRS agent, which now I'm starting to think, maybe they should probably just keep him over there in Nigeria. I mean, he's a freaking who the hell would want to be an IRS agent? Anyway, I kid. But he's been in there for like the last 6 or 7 months. He's got a bunch of health problems. He's facing significant money laundering and tax evasion charges in Nigeria. Visiting Nigeria for Binance operations meeting in February 2024 led to his arrest. With high-level talks between American diplomats and Nigerian officials, the crisis had become a focal point of U.S.-Nigeria ties. See, that's the thing. Like, we know this guy did not do any money laundering in Nigeria. Like, there's no laws in Nigeria. They wouldn't even know. The basic Nigerian cop or whoever, investigator, wouldn't even know how to investigate money laundering regarding Binance. They're too stupid over there. They're like a bunch of third-world Neanderthals. What they did with this guy, they don't like Binance operating in their country because it affects their stupid monetary system, which is, I don't know what they trade, elephant dung or whatever it is. It affects that. And now they figured they can arrest him, set a precedent, and probably get a multi-billion-dollar bribe. And I think that's what they're holding out for. And now you're starting to see Anthony Blinken and a bunch of U.S. diplomats trying to get him out. I mean, honestly, this is why you need somebody like Trump in there. If I was Trump, I would just call up the president of Nigeria, whatever his name is, Abu Babu Boo Boo, or whatever he is, Baba Boo 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 Boo. I don't even know, whatever his name is. I just be like, hey man, like you got a bunch of power plants or energy fields. You essentially kidnapped one of our executives. Let him out within 24 hours, or we're just going to send in special ops and take them all out. and I'll probably blow up your house in the process. And this guy will be out in 5 minutes. But the Biden administration, they're so weak. Other countries just don't care. They don't care if they kidnap our people. So here you are. Here's what we have going on with this guy. I think they're probably going to end up taking a bribe over there in Nigeria to let him out. But apparently he's like on the verge of death with like malaria. And he has a bunch of other health problems with his back and stuff like that. And he needs surgery. So hopefully he can wait it out without dying. And this is why I always say on this channel, I'm so sick of it. Like everybody talking about how great these other countries are. Like they're retiring in Philippines or they're retiring in Vietnam. I always see the videos like, oh my God, you can get a very loyal girlfriend in Vietnam and you can live for $500 a month. And like, I just always think back to like those Locked Up Abroad shows. There's like, yeah, $500 a month. You get yourself a dumb woman with like an 80 IQ and bad teeth. That's great. And then one day the government gets mad at you, or you go out to one of the bars and you pick up, I don't know, a politician's or a gang member's girlfriend. He gets mad at you and you end up chopped up in some suitcase somewhere. I mean, do you guys understand how many Westerners go missing in the Philippines and Vietnam and all these third world countries, Grenada? They just go missing every year or they end up in jail. And that's what happened to this guy. They just kidnap you. They don't have to, they've presented no evidence against this guy yet that I've seen except for, oh, we think you're money laundering, and they just put him in jail for 7 months. And that's how it goes. And if it wasn't for U.S. pressure, we would check back on this story in 30 years, and it'll be, well, we arrested him on money laundering. No trial, but he's been sitting in jail for 30 years. That's why I've always said I'm just proud to be in the USA, or at least a Western country where they can't do that to you. All right, let's see what else is going on. XRP. You know, I basically have a love-hate relationship, as you guys know, with XRP. I think it's shit. I don't like Brad Garlinghouse. I think they're up to a lot of shady shenanigans. But I hold XRP because the SEC litigation is over. And I think XRP is going to make me about a 10 or 15x. And then I'm going to sell it. And I got a lot of people in my comments criticizing me, telling me like, oh, you're like too bearish on XRP. XRP is going to be the next big thing. It's really not. Nobody cares about XRP, except that it's going to pump with the rest of the market. And every time little tidbits of news come out on XRP, it's going to pump. So here we go. XRP jumps 9% as Grayscale introduces XRP Trust that could pave way for an ETF. XRP, which was created by founder of Ripple, the native token open source XRP ledger, which Ripple uses in its cross-border payments. It's the 5th largest coin by market cap, excluding USDT. The price of XRP token jumped Thursday after Grayscale announced the launch of a new trust that gives accredited investors direct exposure to the currency. Now, I don't think this is a huge deal because Grayscale is involved in so many altcoins. They were involved in Cardano for a little bit a couple years ago. They hold Litecoin. They hold Bitcoin Cash. Now they hold XRP. Actually, they were in XRP, and then the whole lawsuit thing, they got rid of XRP, and now they're back in XRP. So is it good news? Yeah, it's good news, and I'm overall bullish on XRP. Look, I bought most of my XRP at 23 cents about 2 years ago. Between 23 and 30 cents. I expect to make at least a 10x on my XRP, maybe even a 15x. You know, XRP had a high of almost $4. It could, best case scenario, get up to like $7, $8. I'll be selling most of mine at $4, maybe $5. But XRP is going to make people money. The problem is most of the people holding XRP are not going to sell it because they're going to be waiting for $5.89. Or they're going to be waiting for $100 or whatever. Look, as soon the dumbest people hold XRP, and it's just true. Like the dumbest investors. So once XRP starts pumping, it hits $4, $5. 99.9999999% of the retail investors holding XRP are going to think it's going to like $50 or $100, and they're not going to sell it. And then we're going to go into a crypto bear market, and XRP is going to drop right back down to 10 cents. So that's my problem with XRP and the people around it. And there's all these XRP YouTubers who are so stupid and they're such shills, and they turn me off and they do a disservice to XRP investors. All right, what else is going on? Cardano releases key updates. As you guys know, they had that Chang hard fork a couple weeks ago. It turned out to be a success, thank God, because Cardano does not need any bad news because the price has been kind of lackluster. as Cardano hits 96 million transactions. The report revealed today spotlights scaling initiatives, governance, updates, ongoing efforts and products, catalyst, and educational programs. According to the report, 1,373 projects are currently building on Cardano's network. That's a pretty good number. Also, the ecosystem boasts about 1.3 million delegated wallets. Cardano now supports 10 million native tokens with 165,546 token policies, ensuring governance and control over assets. So the price action on Cardano, like I said, Cardano's I've always said this, and that's why I don't really get nervous with Cardano. Actually, let's go check on Cardano as far as price action. But Cardano is doing the same thing it did back in 2020, 2021, going into that bull market. It was just lackluster. But the minute we hit alt season, people were just like flooding into Cardano. And that's exactly what I think is going to happen right now. We got a 36-cent Cardano. Before you know it, Cardano is going to be hitting $1, and then we'll be $2. And I fully expect Cardano to hit minimally between $5 and $8. So good news for Cardano. Michael Saylor just bought 18.3 thousand more Bitcoin. So he's still buying, which is good news. And that's pretty much it. And the only other thing people have been talking about lately a lot is like Ethereum. I've been talking about on this channel that the time to be in Ethereum was last bull market and the bull market before. When I first got into crypto in 2017, my father-in-law was telling me about Ethereum. And I made some money on Ethereum. I remember it was like $20, $30. I went up to like a couple $100 or whatever, or maybe it went $800. I can't remember. But the thing with Ethereum is it has like zero use case anymore. Like you can't do the meme coins on it. You really can't use it for transactions. It's too expensive. It's even too expensive to do meme coins on it. It's just old technology that nobody really cares about anymore. And now that Ethereum has an ETF, I don't see any reason to be holding it. And if you watch my channel over the last year, I've always told people, you're not going to get significant gains in Ethereum, and you're better off just buying Bitcoin. If you want to buy an altcoin that's going to give you a 10, 15, 20x. Cardano, XRP, Vulcan Forge, Theta. A lot of people, or Solana, for example. Solana. Now, a lot of people will try to tell you, well, Litecoin doesn't have a use case. Litecoin's an old school altcoin. Why do you tell people to buy Litecoin? Because Litecoin does have a use case. Litecoin is doing exactly what it was created to do. You can take Litecoin, use it as a means of transaction. You can take Litecoin, put $1,000 in your Litecoin wallet, go to Europe and spend your Litecoin. It's cheap and efficient. With Ethereum, none of that is true. You can't do any of the meme coins on it. You can't build on it. If you want to do a transaction on it, it's very expensive. And people just don't care about Ethereum anymore. You can't use it for anything. So that's why on this channel, I've been telling people for the last 2 years, do not buy Ethereum. Do not buy it. Even this Ethereum ETF did nothing for Ethereum. So do I think Ethereum's going to get back to its all-time high of $5,000? I don't know. I mean, I think it might get back up to like $4,000, maybe $4,500. Maybe we'll get back up to $5,000. But that's it. So if you're buying Ethereum right now, you might be able to double your money. But in order for Ethereum to double right now, you're going to have to see Bitcoin over $100,000, and you're going to have to see all your other altcoins 10x. So I think you have to be a lunatic to be in Ethereum. Like I said, the time to be in Ethereum was 2020. 2017, 2016, or even going back to like 2012, 2013. Now you're essentially just buying a project that only exists because it has first coin mover advantage and people just don't care about it anymore. So, it's not necessarily a bad project. It's not a scam, but it just doesn't have a use case anymore. And you just see that in the price action. I mean, even with an ETF, yeah, it had a nice little pump, but that's done now. So now you have no good news coming out for Ethereum. There's nothing. It's over. That's it. So now Ethereum is just going to pump with the rest of the market. And look, even a retard from Haiti, I think I just read something the other day. The average IQ in Haiti is 67, which is Down syndrome. Can you believe that? A whole country full of Down syndrome. I don't know. I'm just like, this isn't going to be a political video, but it's just like, I've made most of my videos over the last week. They're importing Haitians into America, and they're eating cats, and they're eating dogs, and they're fucking eating geese, and they're killing people and playing bumper cars in the middle of the road. And it's like, you've imported 67 IQ. How are people voting for Democrats? I don't understand. Anyway, I digress. Ethereum, it just doesn't have a use case anymore. So if I was in Ethereum right now, I would absolutely sell it. I would absolutely sell it. It's actually the one coin on the top 20 I would not hold right now. I'd hold I mean, people should own Litecoin. Litecoin is $64 right now. What do you guys want? It's awesome. It's going to get back to $400. You know it will. But Link, I mean, you get any Shiba, like everything here, anything on the top 20 is going to absolutely do a 10x, a 10, 15, 20x. But Ethereum will not. It's over for Ethereum. It might get back up to all-time high, but it's not going to get much past that. So you might be able to get a double from here. You might as well just buy Bitcoin right now because Bitcoin's going to double from here. You might as well buy MicroStrategy stock, Coinbase stock, buy something like that. But why are you wasting your time in Ethereum? I just don't understand it. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.